For today's tip of the day, let's take a look at Kaho Park hole 4. Starting out with the drive, I think there's two things to kind of keep in mind. One is there's an OB line that's to the left. That is where a lot of drives want to find themselves. And then the other thing is you want to be ideally within about 300 feet of the basket after the drive. Otherwise your second shot becomes a little trickier. Any wind out of the left, I would just normally take the glide skip drive and bomb up the fairway here. If it's a really light wind that's not going to help keep me out of that left OB area, then give it a bit of hyzer and send it out to the right, or use a turn disc. But here we've got a 3 wind out of the right, so my preference is just come a little right of this tree and let the wind carry me down to the basket. Let's see where this ends up. Okay, 272. That's within the 300, so this is a good drive. So there are a few options from this point, and at least one of them applies to further out. But the first option obviously is just go with a routine air shot. At 270, that would normally be probably for me would be my warship, or equivalent would be a truss for some people. And what I'm going to do is bag up one from that. I'm going to go to a musket. And because I've got a 3 wind, I'm going to go in the sky a little bit just to be a little safe too. But there's some weird topography here. The elevation change is a lot more severe than what you realize. So you do need to typically disc up from what you think you might want to throw. Now here I have a 3 tailwind, which is affecting matters too. So I probably could have gone with a truss or the warship, would have been fine. The other option is a roller, and this is really more for, say, the 300 to 375 range, maybe even 400, but that starts to get a little bit iffy. The roller does around 400. But use the glide roll drive, backhand roller. Actually, let me move over a little bit. Whoops, got that glitch going on. Move over, I don't want to hit that tree. And about to sow, as far as an angle, you want it fairly vertical. And let's see what that looks like. Yeah, it's a little too close to use the roller, really. So I'm not sure how this is going to work out, but that worked out pretty well. The only hazard with the roller, really, besides not reaching the barricade, is if it lays down flat against this barricade right in front of the basket, it can and often will get, and I'm saying laying flat against the barricade, not the ground. If it lays flat against the barricade, it can get called OB. So the other option is, and let's just pretend we were like 350 out and we were a little worried about going OB long, then you could take something like the glide roll and just go with a really high hyzer. Not really a spike hyzer, because I'm not going to put a severe angle on the disc, but I just want to go really high so that it kind of drops down out of the sky on this island. And I'm going to go to the right to take advantage of the length of the green here. And I got a 3 wind, so I need to be careful here. This could easily go long. Let's say this is a little close for this shot, but if you were like 350, this could be a viable alternative. Let's see if this stays on the green. It might be too much. Nope, that stayed on the green. So that is another viable option for the high hyzer shot. So that is Kaho Park hole 4. And I know that's a quick video, but I like to keep them short. I think the big thing here is get into practice mode and practice this if it's giving you problems, particularly that second shot, and kind of dial in what disc you need for what distances, and it will become easier over time. So hope you learned something, and we'll see you around the valley.